things that did not port over well to the online environment. And yeah,
all the physical stuff.
Well, there's like Mission 6. Mission 6 is going to be, you're just going to have a bunch of people with if they have 2 weapon fighters, kind of upset people.
All right, you guys getting ready?
Oh, looks like we're getting some talking from Roll20 or something. I'm hearing some extra voices.
I don't have Roll20 chat enabled for me, so I don't know.
I had your stream up in another tab.
Oh,
That's
ha
why.
ha ha ha. Naughty.
Surprisingly, only like a 5-second delay. No, I was wondering like what the hell you were doing streaming Subnautica at like 6 a.m.
Oh, yeah, I had to get up and I got up early. Have you played that game yet?
I have, yeah, but they've added a lot of stuff since I played it last.
Yeah, I'm kind of stuck. Or it's going real slow for me. I need to find a way to get like the module and then find like an actual point to the game besides just swim around and get a bunch of crap. But I don't know. I'll have to figure it out.
My goal is sort of just to build the base.
Okay.
And yeah, so I spent some time collecting some blueprints, building the first vehicle, the first couple of vehicles makes things a lot easier.
Okay. Yeah.
But finding the blueprints for all of those is harder.
Yep. So I'll probably play through that. There's this other game I played called The Long Dark that I'm gonna get back to, but it really is kind of dark, so I needed a little break. That's a great game. I love that game. And the other game I love is
pretty punishing.
Yeah, you have to be really, really smart when you play it. The other game I really love is 7 Days to Die. It's a zombie game that I streamed a bunch of times. I'm gonna get back into it here if they update it. But anyway, welcome to Dungeons and Dragons today. So we're gonna play some D&D, and let's see, maybe we can make it a little lively, a little fun for you. So you guys are in this tavern, and it is called the Yawning Portal. Let me see if I can find this thing here. I can't find it. Well, anyway, so you're in the Yawning Portal, and this is a big tavern in Waterdeep, and everything happens here. It's connected to this gigantic dungeon complex called the Undermountain, and it's like really awesome. You can go in and out through this portal that's in the actual tavern, but you have to pay a gold piece to get lowered down. And people place bets, and then of course outside there's all sorts of stalls. And anytime you have a big collection of people with lots of money and very little sense, and there's alcohol around, you're going to find all kinds of stuff associated with it. Entertainers, food stalls, you name it. So pretty much whatever you want, you can get around this tavern. Some of it good, some of it not so good. You can also get mugged. So there you have it. So you guys are around your table, meeting some locals and things, and talking and doing all these sorts of things. And next thing that happens is you see a somewhat familiar face pushing through the crowd. Crowd is separating, and he seems to have a whole train of people around him, or behind him. This guy's walking up, and he's got a really filthy, puffy shirt on with like colorful buttons, and he's got like, it's white, but it's kind of filthy. There's like chicken grease and stuff on it. And he's got like red suspenders, and here and there it's like torn, clowny costume. He's got like a big red nose and green hair and a bald head, and he's like made some effort to like paint his face white with, and accentuate the features. So he's pushing his way. He smells horrible. He's kind of dumpy. His clown shoes have holes in them. And he's being trailed by all these guys. And he bustles his way through the crowd and pushes up to your table and says, "Greetings. Can you spare a insult comic clown who's down on his luck a sandwich, and I'll tell you a tale. Name is Yucko."
Hey, Yucko, good to see you. Yeah, get you a ham on rye.
He says, "All right, I brought some fellas with me today." And he says, "Fellas, make the semicircle." And they kind of push their way through the crowd, and they kind of form a semicircle around your table. There's like close to a dozen guys, and they're dressed in black costumes with gold lacing and different designs all over them. And they're very high-waisted, and they've got some kind of wide hats on. And it's like the costumes are like velvet, but they're really, really stiff. And all of this. And they whip out all these instruments. So one guy's got like a horn. A couple guys have guitars. And they're getting ready. And he says, "For an extra sandwich to split for the boys, you can have some music for your tale."
I'll buy him that sandwich.
He says, "All right." And, "All right, hit it, boys." And they begin to play. All right, so Grinkar is grabbing his laundry. So what we'll do is we'll have some introductions, starting with Mick. Tell Yucko and the crowd about your character.
Hey, Yucko, how's it going? As you may remember, my name is Mickle Monkey Puzzles of the Wrenstalker clan, but everyone calls me Mick. And I'm here. I came over these parts looking for fighters to train, because I'm a trainer. And I was trying to find someone who wasn't a bum. But ever since I got over here, I've been having all sorts of issues with dragons and acid and big polypy things, and at this point I'm thinking I might just try and get me back to Mastika as quickly as possible.
Likely story. I've seen things look better than you drug in by a womp rat. And he looks over and looks at this crow that's sitting at the table and says, "Two wrongs don't make a right. Just ask your parents. What's your excuse?"
Oh, Yucko knows me, I imagine, by this point. But Pages is a kenku, about a 5-foot-tall crow bird, who can't really talk, but he can use the voices of other people that he's heard. And on top of that, he is an illusionist wizard. So he can create sort of pretty much any image or sound that he's heard of before. And he's currently dancing along to the music, and every couple of beats he's making that honking noise that Yucko makes out of his mouth. Yes, that one! He's having a grand old time.
All right. So, finally, Yucko looks around and sees a new face at the table. He says, "This one doesn't look trustworthy. What's your name?"
My name Grinkar.
And?
Grinkar knows how to give the killings.
Alright, so Yucko says, "Okay, well, once upon a time there was this group of adventurers, and they were on this island in the far southwest of the realms, kind of out in the middle of nowhere. It's a real jungly island, and they were running around and all of this stuff, and every once in a while, like, his band like gets real animated, and like right now. And then he says, well, then they were running around and they were looking for this lost temple that was supposed to have all sorts of riches in it, but also curses, and many adventurers in the past had tried and failed, and they were at some tavern somewhere, and some guy drug himself in, missing an arm, an eye, a couple big cuts on him, one of his ears missing, and he said, "For a gold piece I'll give you this map. It's brought me nothing but trouble, but maybe you can make use of it." And they bought a map to this thing that's called the Hidden Shrine of Tamoachan. And they walked through the jungle following the map, All of the landmarks that were on the map seemed to make sense. And they came along, and finally in the distance they kind of saw the outlines of what they expected would be the temple. And then they heard a twig snap behind them, and there were all kinds of locals coming out of the forest, and they started chasing them. And so they ran because there were 100 of them and only 3 of our heroes. And they fell through a big pit in the jungle into the shrine, the hidden shrine of Tamoachan. And throughout their adventures, it'd been a long time. They'd fought all kinds of stuff, all kinds of bad monsters. And they went a long, long ways, defeating all sorts of traps. And then they couldn't rest, and they were getting more and more beat up. And finally, they got out of this poison gas stuff, and they were able to take a long rest. And he says, my memory's getting hazy from here. And now, the story transitions to you telling it. So, I'm going to center the map for you. Does everybody see? Is everybody able to see?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Oh my
so,
goodness, that's an ugly mug. Are you a hobgoblin, Gringar?
I am a bugbear. And I think we've got a bard, right? Sorry, I live in a hotel right now, so I've got to mind my laundry, but I'm good now. I grabbed it all.
Hey,
Very
no worries.
cool.
But, so I missed a little bit, but we've got a bard, right?
Yeah, Mick's a level 5 bard.
Alright, so I'm assuming that the bard has the highest level charisma, so Grinkar will refer to you exclusively as the boss, and he will do whatever you say.
Good to know, kid.
Maybe you found your fighter after all.
Because bugbears do not think on their own, and so I will latch on to the highest charisma person at the table, and he will do whatever they tell him to, whether it's smart to do or not, because he is an average bugbear intelligence of 8.
Oh, wow.
But he is a thief rogue, so he is familiar with traps and everything like that.
All right.
He doesn't have a whole lot of staying power, so if you tell him, he's going to defend you as best he can. But he's not a tank in that sense. He's all about giving the killings. But and then in addition, he is suffering from the death curse. He has not died, but he is under the effects of that since he has played in Chult.
Oh boy.
But he hasn't died before.
Right, but he doesn't have the ability to be rezzed.
Right.
And I chose meat grinding, so that's a thing.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so this room you're in, this enormous chamber is 30 feet tall with mighty buttressing and vaulted ceilings. Parts of the ceilings and walls have collapsed, and raw earth is spilled down from a gaping hole in the east wall. So they mixed the map up. East is actually north, just so you know. Crushed beneath the fallen block in the center of the room are humanoid remains. Everywhere else around the floor are chewed and decayed corpses of baboons. Through a hole in the eastern ceiling, daylight and fresh air filters in. Above, through this gap, can be seen 4 baboons, or they could have been seen, except that you guys cleared the room last time. You find yourself in this place, and now you're looking. I think you came from the west. Yeah, you came from the west, and so there are. There's some doors here, there's some doors here, and in the southern part of the room there's a door here.
Hey, boss. Which way, boss?
Pages is going to investigate. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to ask, do all of the doors look similar?
One is double doors.
Okay.
These are all stone temple doors.
Yep.
I'll poke around all the doors in the room, see if I can find any traps. Spend a few minutes.
All right. If you want to roll a investigation, I guess would be the
Hey,
thing.
Grinkar, help him out while he's looking for traps.
Okay, boss. Green car help.
How does a 24 do ya, investigation?
You are sure there are no traps.
Okie dokie. Pages will poke his head in this diagonal door then.
All right, you open the door and it reveals. Let me get rid of our lighting there. It'll let me. Yeah, there we go. Bam! It opens up to reveal. The walls of this passage glow magenta, bathing the corridor with a ghastly hue. For 15 feet, the floor drops away to a pit that fills the hallway ahead. The pit is 25 feet deep. 8 large, spidery bushes with thorny stems, white leaves, and enormous yellow blossoms grow across its bottom. 5 feet beyond the nearest edge of the pit is a bronze bar set level with the floor and embedded in the pit walls to either side. Farther out over the pit can be seen other similar bronze rungs, set at 5-foot intervals. On the floor, by the edge of the pit, is a scattering of broken, rotted wooden planks.
Well, okay.
I will step into the room. And I'm sorry, where were the rotted planks?
Let me see. They may have been. Yeah, they're on the ground next to you there.
I see.
And
Um,
this is the floor is level here. It's not.
Yep, it's level.
Don't want to go back down.
Still level.
I'll cast light and try and throw a pebble across the chasm. See if I can see what's at the other end.
It dead ends.
Hey, boss.
Oh.
You want Green car to go across that?
How challenging does it look like it would be to go from bar to bar?
It would require an acrobatics check. And then there are these plant things at the bottom.
Pages nudges Mick and says, "I can fly!" Pulls out a whistle from his pocket and sort of jams it in his throat somewhere since
All
he doesn't
right.
have lips. And his breath is sort of wheezy now.
All right.
But he will blow the whistle and fly
All right.
across.
All right, fair enough. So you fly across.
Yep.
And you find yourself at a dead end.
And I'm still blowing the whistle. But do I see? I'll try and search around on these walls and floor for a hidden door.
Okay.
Or a hidden compartment.
Let me see if there is one. Okay. Actually, it appears there is one. You were able to find a hidden door, which does not appear to be trapped.
Interesting. I will pop it open.
All right.
Still while blowing the whistle.
All right. You pop it open.
Yep.
And let me see. Boom! It opens, and it reveals a room which you have seen before. This must have been a secret way to get here.
This was the calendar room?
This was the room with the cats and stuff in it.
The Jaguar Man?
Yeah, and
statue?
the dead cats and all that.
Oh, yeah, okay. I
Yeah.
will fly across.
All right.
Back to the other side.
Okay.
Yeah, we
And
want to
I'll-
stay away from the dead cats.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll conjure a couple images, maybe a few smells,
All right.
to let my companions know what was on the other side.
All right.
Hey, tall, dark, and ugly. Why don't you check out the door to the east there?
Okay, boss. And Green car will look at the door to see if he sees if there's any traps.
There are no traps.
Looks all clear, boss. You want me to open it?
Actually, take a step back. Let me use the old mage hand on this one.
Ooh, you got the magics, huh, boss?
Got to come in handy sometime. And
All
I'll
right.
attempt to mage hand the door open.
Door opens. Pow. Revealing a hallway.
So, who wants to check the hall out for traps?
You want me to check the hall, boss?
Yeah, check it out and see what you can find.
Okay, Grincar will look, and then he'll move in if it looks safe.
It looks safe.
Hey, boss, another door, boss. It's got 2 doors, boss.
All right.
I'll take a look and see if there's anything, and if it looks clear, I'll say, hey, boss, I think the magic's good for this one too, boss.
It looks clear. There's no trap.
All right. Mage hand that mofo.
Pow! It opens and it reveals. The floor of this room is covered with a layer of fine-grade dust and ash, 3 inches deep. Across the room is another set of double doors. There are 2 empty alcoves to the north and south, or east and west in this case. On the small ledges in each corner of the room are pieces of what appear to be broken pottery. As you move into the room, your steps send motes of dust and ash swirling into the air, and these clouds form into shapes. First, from the ash, a dusty phantom assumes the shape of a woman, her face forlorn and tear-streaked. She throws up her hands in despair, rushes into one of the alcoves, and disappears. Immediately afterward, 2 more dusty phantoms emerge. Mighty warriors armed with jagged-edged swords and bearing fierce countenances. They move to block the doorway opposite to where you entered.
I think I know what's coming next.
Mick will take a swat and knock some of the pottery off the shelf.
All right, you swat, and some of the pottery comes off the shelf and disintegrates into dust.
Ooh.
Are these people aren't attacking us? They're just guarding the door.
Nope,
Is that
they're
right?
just guarding the door to the south there.
Hey, boss, want me to give them the killing?
Oh,
Yeah, hold up on that for a second here.
I'm gonna investigate one of the alcoves. Do they move or react at all as I move towards them?
Nope.
And the alcove where the lady went, is there anything special about
Nope.
these alcoves? Is there anything in them?
Just dust and such.
And the beans on the other end are like made of dust, or do they
Yeah,
have?
they seem to be ghostly dust things.
All right. Well, I will cast Prestidigitation on the dust.
All right, you do so, and the 2 ghostly figures disappear.
Oh boy. I hope they're just not invisible now.
So,
I'll go ahead.
no, I was just going to ask, did she go into this alcove?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's nothing here. Does any of this pottery hold any clues as to the purpose of this room?
Nope.
Hey, Grincar, can you check and see if maybe there's a secret door over there?
Okay, boss. And Grincar will keep his sword out and lit, and try to use his other hand to search around and try to see if there are, any passages.
There are no passages except the double doors to the south.
Don't think so, boss.
I'll toss a pebble at where those figures are standing, see if it bounces off anything invisible.
Nope. It hits the wall and lands on the floor.
You want me to give those guys the killings now, boss?
Pages is like keep shrugging. Don't know where they are.
They went bye-bye, apparently. Yeah, so I guess the south is the way to go. Oh, actually, before we leave, I would like to check out the pottery, see if there's anything I can learn from them. Like if there's is it a particular type, or are we looking at funeral urns, maybe?
Maybe a history check. Yeah, it seems to have something to do with a ritual of the dead. You looking in a couple, you see that there is more dust in each of these jars than would have naturally accumulated based on the dust elsewhere in the room.
And you said the dust on the floor is 3 inches thick.
Yep.
That is quite thick.
Yeah, maybe we should keep going before we end up dust.
Any glyphs on this door or traps of other kinds?
Nope.
All right, I'll peek it open then.
All right, it opens into a hallway.
And just out of character, have I been on this floor before, or is this the same floor that I was in? Oh yeah, because I was in the other room.
You're smelling gas now.
I will step out of this room, and close the door. But I took a little peek down that hallway. Since I have the keen mind feat, do I think that hallway lines up with some of the other rooms that we've passed through?
Yep, you think that hallway leads to the room with the dead cats.
Oh, okay. And we never took that door out of the dead cat area?
Nope.
Okay. Pages will relay the smell of gas and a little floor plan of the temple so far to his other companions. Big glowing arrow where we are.
Greencar say he went before we left. It not smell like him.
Mick will go over here where the lady disappeared and just call out, "Hey, hey, miss, you okay?"
Nothing happens.
Okay.
I would like to repeat exactly what the crustacean first said to us when we woke it up in that room so very long ago. Whatever his first sentence was.
Okay.
Which would be in Old Omen, I think.
Okay. You repeat it, and I don't believe anything happens.
All right.
All right. Mick votes we let the dead rest and avoid what sounds an awful lot like a fire trap. Head back.
Yeah. Pages is on board with that.
All right.
Come on, Great Car. I bet we can find someone you can give a stabbing to.
Okay, boss.
All right, so there's one door option left. Who will be brave enough?
Hey, Grincar.
Yeah, boss?
Hey, why don't you check those doors out?
Okay, boss. And he'll go look to see if there's any traps using perception, because he is not good at investigate.
All right, roll that perception. You're pretty sure there's no traps.
Hey, boss, looks good. You want me open?
No, hang on. I'll use the good old mage hand. Try and open the door.
But yeah, Grincar is literally a big dumb animal.
Mick pats him on the head, gives him scritchies.
All right. So you open the door. And it reveals a hallway that turns sharply. Dun, 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 dun.
I'll poke my head around.
All right, you see that the hallway continues southward.
I'll let, since Grincar seems to be experienced with traps, I'll let him sort of go ahead and keep an eye out for it. But I'll cast light on something to hand to him so that he can not have disadvantage.
Okay.
Grincar will simply pull out his short sword and tell it to flame on.
Oh.
Ooh. Nice.
All right.
In that case, Page's light is on his dagger, which is sheathed.
Okay.
But he will cautiously walk down, and he's looking for traps. But
All right.
I don't want to sit there and passive and everything like that.
Okay. It looks like the stairway turns.
Hey, boss. There's stairs up here, boss.
Okay, a staircase leads upwards into the gloom. It seems as though you have found the entrance to another layer within the complex.
Oh boy. And these steps don't look like the ones that they were trapped in some way, right? Or something?
I don't remember. No, yeah, those were different. These just look like steps going upwards.
Pages will hop on up.
All right.
I imagine you're just gonna shift select our tokens and
if you
drag
want
us
to
somewhere.
put them at the top there. All right, I will grab them, and then I have to do something. I have to move you to the next tier. Let's see. Which is where? Okay,
Man,
you guys get...
we had mariachi music to listen to while we move.
Well, you guys get to the top of the stairs, and as soon as you get to the top, something happens. Let's switch you over. So you guys are right here. And let's see. Let's find something you can listen to that you'd like. How about this one? I think you'll like this. All right, so you come to the top of the stairs and you see something that looks kind of neat. I will find it for you. I gotta find the right handout. It looks like this. And it...
I do not see anything.
Oh, you didn't see it?
There we go.
Yeah.
Hey, boss, want me to give it the killings?
Well, it would be great if you could.
I agree.
Hold on just a second.
Oh no, it's on wheels?
I have to figure something out here.
Wheelchair.
Mick, how much do you weigh?
That's a personal question.
It might become relevant.
135.
Plus equipment?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I need a con save. Constitution saving throw.
Is this poison?
I don't believe so.
Darn. I realized I have a story award that allows me to automatically pass one poison save.
Okay. Well, looks like everybody failed it, and as a
Oh, God.
big gust of steam comes out of its mouth, and I don't think it's going to be that bad. I mean, how bad could it be? So, a big
Famous
gust of
last
steam
words.
comes out, and you take 7 points of steamy damage. The
Ugh.
passage looks like it continues on to the east there.
With this, Paige's feathers are all just like bent in like half from all this terrible steaminess. Can you describe like what actually shot this steam breath at us? So it's a dragon statue.
Yep.
Is it a cart that is on wheels? Is that right?
No, it's just kind of sitting at the top of the wall to the north there that you're looking at.
Okay.
It's like a gargoyle, only it's a dragon, and it shot some steam at you.
Okay. That could have been worse. I was afraid it was gonna chase us down the stairs with the wheels.
Attempt to disarm it.
Sure. Put your character over there.
Hey, boss, you want me to disarm this?
Well, my vote is to just keep moving. Hopefully we won't have to come back this way.
Okay.
All right. So, down the hall you go. You're gonna love it. And you see that it branches off.
Ooh, good potion.
Good potion.
Branches or just turns?
Turns. Yeah, it just goes off
Okay.
to the west on our map, but to the north to your characters.
Sure.
And it looks like there's a T intersection there. Oh yeah, there's definitely a T intersection.
Pages is gonna take this moment to recall his familiar now.
All right.
He'd drop me an owl.
All right. I will get you one here. Give me a sec. I gotta find one.
You can just give me someone else's too, probably.
Yeah. I have a good one though. Somewhere.
Oh yeah, the lollipop owl.
Yeah, I want to put him out, but I'm not sure where he is.
He's not in my list anymore.
I'll find him. Let me find him.
Oh wait, there's one called Feathers. Oh yeah, I think I renamed it.
Here
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
Feathers.
There you are. Pow. There he is. So I'll give you control. Wait. So Feathers there.
Perfect. All right.
One sec. There you go. There's Feathers.
Looks like Pages sees something at the end of this hallway here.
To the south on the map, but to the west to your characters. At the western edge of this corridor is a pile of golden coins heaped on the floor. On top of the gold rests a skull, missing its lower jaw. In the right eye socket, a black spider has made a home. Several bones are piled up with the coins, and the hilt of a broken sword thrusts up from the mass.
That looks ominous. Let's see here. I poke at Mick and make an image of a floating hand. Gesture over to the pile.
Yeah. So make a move here. And use the mage hand. He'll poke the skull.
All right.
Right in the forehead.
Hold on a second. I have to look something up.
Does it stick to the mimic?
I have to find this out here. Shoot. I have to look something up.
Yeah, no worries.
Never seen this before. They always throw some
Oh
BS
no.
on
Just make up a save and tell us rocks fell.
me.
Is it that you've never seen a +5 weapon before?
Yeah, right. Let's see.
Well, I can look up the stats for like the Holy Avenger if that's what you need.
Yeah, right. Let's see, chapter 3.
So, Grinkar, how'd you get the death curse?
One boss told me go into jungles of Cholt.
What a coincidence. I think that's where we are right now.
Dungeon hazards. There we are.
But yeah, he's actually he's done all 5 of the little level 1 to 4 adventures for that season 7, and yesterday he completed all the 5 to 10 little mini missions.
Oh, cool.
All right. So here we go. Here's what happens. So, Mick, you touch that pile of coins with the mage hand, and a big, huge eruption of yellow dust sprays out and fills a cube about 10 feet on all around that thing. And it's now obscuring the pile of treasure.
Pages is gonna poke his head around, see that there's all this stuff here. Do these look like spores, or does this look animate?
Like spores.
Something. Okay. Is prestidigitation effective at removing them?
No.
And I would have had to been within 10 feet of the edge of the spores to do that.
Yeah, and it did not seem to do anything. They're just kind of hanging in the air there, filling a 10-foot cube around that pile of stuff.
Well, I don't have a gust of wind, unfortunately. If we take 10 minutes, we could see if it goes away.
Let's see, would it? No, it's just kind of sitting around there.
Okay.
It's kind of hanging out.
Waited the 10 minutes, then I will cast Comprehend Languages as a ritual.
All right.
Might as well check out this other door then, right?
All right.
I will gesture Grinkar over if he wants to help me look for traps.
Okay, Grinkar will carefully walk over, checking where
We
he's
would need
walking
a
for traps.
perception there.
Ooh, Grinkar good at looking.
Yeah. So you are able. Hold on just a second. This is tricky. Now they're getting all screwy here.
You notice a spider crawling up your leg.
Right. You notice that there are some cobblestones on the floor that are raised above elsewhere. This door, for some reason, you wouldn't be able to open it unless you'd found this cobblestone thing. in the floor, unless they're... What are they doing?
Oh, Pages loves puzzles.
Yeah,
Seems
now
like-
I'm very puzzled. Let's see. Yeah, so I believe that's the ticket there. They
Grincar will attempt to help Pages puzzle out the puzzle.
All right, so you're able to open the door. Yep, if you wish.
I wish.
All right, you open the door. Pow, and it reveals another room. Let's
Uh-oh.
say what's in there. Okay. Big long block of text here.
Sure.
This room is decorated with a bizarre diorama depicting the land of the dead. Small, brightly painted clay statues have been placed about the room to represent the inhabitants of this realm and the unfortunate people they have taken into their care. In the center of the room, the floor rises to form a small hill. Yep. A group of small figures seem to be struggling to roll a boulder up the hill, while a devil drives them on. Above the hill in the ceiling is a glowing spot that illuminates the entire chamber with an eerie silver light. A cobblestone path leads from the western door, which is what you're in, to the foot of the hill. Similar paths run eastward and then veer south. A section of the diorama around the perimeter of the room depicts different environments in the land of the dead. Let's see. So do you guys see the red marks on the floor?
I do.
Yeah, that's what they're talking about. Cobblestone paths. One leads to this thing in the center of the room, and one leads up to a door to the north there.
Now,
Go ahead.
these small figures and devil, are these not moving statues? Are they like real-sized creatures, or are they moving little tiny
They're
figures?
little tiny figures that are moving.
Oh, okay.
Let me finish up here. So there are all kinds of different dioramas or environments, little biomes, if you're into video games, which I am, around the perimeter of the room. In the western, which is where you're at, is a region of the burning sands. There, devils torture those who have been unfortunate enough to fall into their hands. Along the southern side, which would be over this way, is a grassy plain where people frolic and hunt antelope and deer. North of the grassy plain and south of the hill, which would be in this area somewhere, the floor opens into a model of a canyon. A river of lava flows down it while flames lick the walls. East of the hill, which would be up in this area, or wait, up in that area, east of the hill, in a side area of the room, is a counterpart to this fiery canyon, an icy waste. To the north of the hill, or up this way, is a putrid, bubbling marsh where figures strive to keep their heads above the surface. From out of the marsh, a black, torpid river winds its way past the northern edge of the hill and flows west, so south, over the lip of a stream-filled chasm in the northwest corner of the room, which would be in that area. Within this dark cavern worms pursue the fleeing forms of naked people. In the south corner of the room, on the eastern wall, is a barred door. Right there. Now, if you guys will give me 2 seconds, I got to read something here.
Sure.
It's a very busy room.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff to think about. All right, so this is what you see.
Okay.
For some reason, I again did not see anything.
Well, you don't see anything. I just was reiterating that.
Okay.
So you see that there's two paths, and then
Yeah.
anywhere outside of those paths is other stuff, little scenes like we described.
So the guys rolling the little ball up the hill, that's like here on the
Yeah,
path?
in that area. Yep.
Okay. Then Mick will come over and bat the ball, attempting to help them roll it up the hill.
It rolls up the hill, and they continue on up the hill.
Let's see. Pages will send feathers in to sort of take a swoop around the places that are farther away to see if I can get a closer look. Does this appear to be the same land that we saw in the other diorama, or does this appear to be somewhere different?
This is like different. Give me a second
Okay.
here. So I'll tell you what he sees as he flies over there. You see, he sees a grassy plain, and he needs a charisma saving throw. And people are frolicking and
Okay.
hunting antelopes and stuff.
Let me just find that sheet. $13.
Your owl makes it clear in no uncertain terms that there is absolutely no way it will ever leave this place. It loves it here.
Well, unfortunately, that is not a decision it gets to make. I will dismiss it to a demiplane.
All right.
Bad owl.
All right.
So now that it's in the demiplane of darkness and sadness, I will walk into the room.
Uh-huh.
I would like to cast Minor Illusion over. Oh, sorry. What the path ends in the middle here? Is that like a sun-like thing?
Where's that? Right here, that's a hill. And kind of on the let's see. In the center of the room, the floor rises to a small hill. There's all that stuff. Above the hill in the ceiling is a glowing spot that illuminates the entire chamber with an eerie light. And then...
is this... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Hold on a sec. I've got to figure something out. Yeah, so in the ceiling there's like a chute there that you can see up there. Okay, go ahead.
So it looks sort of like is the light that it's giving off sort of, does it look like sunlight or does it look unnatural from regular sunlight? Just in terms of color.
It looks like a it's coming from the walls of the chute or the chimney there.
Oh, there's a hole. Okay.
Yeah, a hole in the ceiling.
I see.
Above the whatchamacallit.
Does it look like there's a target or a resting place? Does it look like there's a place where that ball would theoretically end up when the little people succeeded?
Not really, not specifically. No, it just looks like they were trying to push it up the hill.
Okay. All right. Well, Mick will come over here and try and look up the chute.
Okay, so you get up there and you're able to look up the chute, and you see the walls of the chute are kind of glowing, and that's where the light is coming from. Now I need you to roll a 1d4, please. 2. So you, as you got up there, I need a strength saving throw from you. Oh, you got pushed by a magical force and fell prone right there on the floor. Let's see. And let's see. I need to see what was up there. So you're on the...
Paige squawks an alarm.
You fell into a marsh.
Ew.
You're in this nasty marsh. It's nasty there. It stinks. You can hear like frogs and crickets and stuff, and you're prone.
Well, Mick will attempt to stand up and
So Pages will cast Levitate on Mick.
All right. Mick is able to levitate.
I'm flying.
All right.
And his gestures creates an image of a hand holding a rope and gives like a come here gesture.
All right. Mick will. Oh, Mick does have a rope. And he will attempt to throw it to Grincar.
Grincar pulls out a rope that has 2 pairs of googly eyes and a fake mustache on it, and he says, "Hey Clyde, you go get him," and the rope like snakes itself out and goes to Mick.
All right. So you are able to get the rope to him. Now what?
And I will then pull him towards me.
All right. So as you're pulling him towards you, let's see. He gets to here.
Floating in the air.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. No worries. Just a second. He crosses out of the swamp, and he's getting pulled over, and you are over this over these nasty sands, burning sands. And I need a con save. Oh, you start profusely bleeding from the nose, and you lose 1 hit point, but they are successfully able to pull you back. And as soon as you came out of there, your nose stopped bleeding.
It's very dry out there in the desert.
Grincar will maneuver him. I'm assuming you want to be back up there on the top so you can try to get up in that hole.
You are levitating.
Sure. What the heck?
And you are tied to a rope too.
And how?
If anything bad happens, we'll just pull you back down.
And how far is he levitating off the ground?
Right now it is 10 feet, and I can control his height on my turn.
All right, so he's able to get underneath the chimney. And you're right. If you're 10 feet, you can easily reach the chimney. Pages, I need a strength save.
Yep. Oh boy. Can I do a dex save to grab onto Mick?
nay.gov.org. A magical force.
Oh god.
Oh!
All right,
Where does
roll
Pages
a
go?
d4, please, and I will tell you.
4.
Okay, so you are pushed into this canyon over here. And let's see. Let's let's see, north of the... Okay, you are in the canyon, and there's a river of lava going through there.
Oh no!
Can I just try to reach out and grab him from there?
In a second.
Okay.
Yeah. DC. I gotta look this up real quick. I need a... Constitution saving throw. What'd you get?
13.
Ooh, you failed.
Ah.
So you
Crap.
took a 3rd level heat metal spell.
Oh no!
Roll 3d8 for me. Roll that beautiful 3d8.
11.
You took 11 points of damage, and I'm assuming you would get the hell out of there right away. Which is
Yes.
easily possible. Okay, that happened. Alright, so Mick, you are standing at the... You were looking up into this chimney above your head there.
Would the lava require a con check for concentration?
It's a good question.
Actually,
Yeah,
yes, I think it probably would, wouldn't it?
14, which means I pass.
Okay. So Mick is now looking up into the... Mick, roll me a perception. You notice that yes, it is a
Chimney.
a chimney with the glowing walls and all of this, but there are also, as you look, it seems to continue after it goes up a little ways off to the west, and you see lots and lots and lots of spider webs up there.
I will relay this information down to my 2 other adventurers.
Hmm.
Do we want to deal with spiders?
I think I see a door in here.
I do want to know what's up there, though. If I undismiss my familiar 5 feet next to me, does he immediately just like fly over to this new place?
Yeah, he flies right back. He's like, I am not fucking
dismissed.
coming out of here. Screw you. He's like,
You
I
are
thought I told you
dismissed.
before.
Hey, boss, is there anything that, and he refers to the rope as Clyde for some reason. He says, is there any place that Clyde can tie up in there?
There are some rocks that look pretty sturdy that you could probably tie it around.
All right, yeah, let's check it out. Let's because Mick also has a Clyde rope. She will
A chain of Clydes.
chain of Clydes.
Chain. Chain of
Clyde
Clyde.
has brother? Oh, and like Grincar thinks this is amazing. Does yours have mustache too?
Nah, he's the hairless variety. But yeah, Mick will send his rope of climbing up to tie around those rocks.
All right. Okay, it is tied around the rocks, and you see a passage outlined in red that continues off to the west.
Oh.
So it's in the ceiling, and then it continues off to the west, a passage. It is very cobwebby up there.
Well, give 2 tugs if you find spiders.
Hey, boss, you want me to come up, clear those spiders?
Yeah, come on up. Let's you might get to do some killings.
All
Okay,
right.
boss. And then I will grab on to the other Clyde and climb on up there and see if I can swap places with the boss so that I can turn my sword on and try to burn these cobwebs without burning myself.
All right, so move your token up there where it is. Okay, and as soon as you get up there into the hole, I need you to roll that beautiful initiative because I know you love it.
Pages is also following up the rope.
All right.
That's interesting. That's a
So there's
creepier looking one than usual.
a very large spider pops out. And I'm going to say that it doesn't make any sense that you would actually be surprised there because you did see the
Webs.
webs and all that. But Pages, you currently cannot see the spider. Give me a sec here. I need to get my thing out here.
And I imagine that the spider is not squeezing in this tunnel up there.
Yeah, he seems to be pretty well adapted to the tunnel, even though he's big. It's shaped in such a way that he's able to get through it. I mean, he did make it after all, so.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, Pages, you cannot see him. What would you like to do?
I would like to continue following Grinkar and Mick, presumably via the rope, and I will try and not step on the 5-foot area around the chimney.
All right. Sounds good. So you're getting up there.
Yeah, so I'm climbing in the chimney right now. I imagine I hear some chitterings and other stuff.
Yep. Still can't see it though.
Yeah. I will use prestidigitation to clear away some of the webs.
All right. This
from just
happens.
whatever I can.
Yep.
That's my turn.
The mouth of the tunnel is now cleared of webs. Okay. Now it's my turn. Okay. What do I want to do? Something fun. You know how I love to do that. Let me see. I gotta find the. Okay, he is going to do this at Grinkar. 12 to hit. I'm assuming that would miss.
Far too charming, sir.
All right. So, is there anything else he can do? Nope. Grinkar, your turn. This big, huge spider just shot a web out of its butt at you.
So he is not squeezing, so I have absolutely no means of getting advantage on this guy or sneak attack even.
Doubtful.
Yep. So I will just. I said I had my sword on prior, so then I will pull out as item interaction my offhand short sword, and we'll just start to go to work.
All right. Make it happen.
And Mick and Grinkar are no longer like on the rope, right?
Yeah. Well, Mick is able to kind of. He's got himself kind of wedged up in there. He's not really relying on the rope for support at this point. It's like if you were trying to climb up a chimney, you'd have your knees pushing against one. Yeah, like that. Okay,
trying to stay out of the way.
both of those hit. What's your total damage?
And so the 9 is fire, so that is 15, 18 total.
All right.
I'll correct that because that's an offhand short sword, and I don't have the feed. So
okay. All right.
I blame roll 20. will tell boss, hey boss, you want me to keep giving the spiders the killings? It tried to give me the killings.
Well, let's. Wonder if we should head back down so we can all three get the killings. So Mick will start out by casting Vicious Mockery at the spider.
All right. Fails it.
Let's see.
2d4.
Okay. Oh, there
Ooh.
it is.
Oh boy.
Usually that works from
The other one, yeah.
from the front page of the character sheet, but it didn't that time. Huh.
All right.
All right. So he does that. He's viciously mocked, and then Mick will. Can Mick control his level of levitating, or is it all up to
Nope.
pages?
It's all up to me. I mean, you are, because you're within reach of the wall, you can pull yourself along via the wall.
All right. So Mick will suggest to pages, "Hey, let me down so we can take care of this big galoot and get my buddy Grincar here some sneak attack." And that's my turn.
All right. Pages, your turn.
Let's see. If Pages climbs to the top of the rope, how tall is this chimney to the passage?
It's like 10 feet up from
Sure.
the hill to the top of the thing, and then it goes
Okay.
up another 5 feet before you get into the passage.
And it tops out at this passageway, right? It doesn't keep
Yeah.
going up?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, so I will climb up the rope, squeeze around Mick, and let's see. I will cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Wait, hold on a second. That might be a terrible idea. Nope, I won't cast that. I know better. I will cast Grease on the region with the spider.
Okay.
When the grease appears, each creature standing must make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
That fails. It falls prone.
All right. It's ass up.
And that is your advantage, sir. Although, oh crap, its turn's next. Never mind, though. If it ends its turn there, it must make another save. But it is Pages is right below Mick and Spider's turn.
All right. Spider stands up and decides to just try to bite this guy right next to him. Pow!
I will.
It's a crit.
Can he dodge?
He had disadvantage.
Oh yeah, that's right. So 15 to hit, so
No
he
crit.
misses.
Oh, it misses, thank God.
All right. Okay, so he misses.
Dexterity saving throw.
He's not done yet.
Oh.
So he misses, and he give me a sec. Then decides to skitter off out of melee range. Hint, hint of our bugbear.
That would be a opportunity attack.
Yes. Hit. And it dies.
Grincar takes a leg off, barbecues a little bit of it off his flame tongue, and takes a big bite.
All right.
You can fry it in the oil too. It's right there.
Ooh, yeah, Grincar like, and he holds it up. Hey, boss, you want a little snack pack?
I mean, I'm fine right now, but if you come across any tuna, let me know.
Yeah, I imagine Grease is pretty tasty, considering that the The spellcasting materials are pork rind or butter.
Yes.
Okay. Then Grinkar will start burning away the webs of this creature, and then look for its lair. So
All right.
Layers.
So the passage continues to the west quite a ways. You're able to burn it out. You see off in the distance that it seems to there's some sort of other chimney leading down into another room, approximately 40 feet away to the west.
Hey, boss. We want to keep going here, or to go check that door?
Pages is just reeling in Mick.
I say let's keep going. Check it out.
All right, so I'll move your tokens because it's kind of a screwy situation here. Oops. That didn't mean to do that.
Are we deleted?
No, let's see. So you guys are able to kind of look down. Grimcar, you're at the top of this thing again. Anyway, so you end up there. Are you descending into the room?
I'll take a look around before I drop down.
All right. So you look around. This room is small and plainly decorated. On the north and south walls, or west and east, are fountains made of bronze inlaid marble. The southern one is cracked, and only dry, limey deposits remain. In the northern one has about 2 feet of dark water, fed by a trickle that falls from the top of the fountain. In the water, the white gauzy form of a crayfish lies on a bed of lime and crustaceans. To the west, stairs lead up and out of the room. To the other side of the stairs, along the west wall, are narrow, dust-covered ledges.
Okay. How far down is it?
It's about 10 feet down.
Okay, then Grinkar will put away his offhand and then try to drop himself down, leveraging his lanky arms to do so.
No problem. Easily happens. You're now on the floor in the room.
And then I'll look around to see if there's something that's going to kill the boss if he tries to get down. And if there is nothing, then I will attempt to use my offhand lanky arm to help the others down.
All right, this happens.
Mick just sort of floats down. Do you want to be on the ceiling, the floor, or somewhere in between, Mick?
You know, I would much rather have my feet on the ground.
All right.
And,
You descend.
If we do get in combat again, so I'm not going to be super effective as a DPS without somebody helping me with either advantage or being adjacent.
I've got some spells I should be able to give you advantage at least some of the time.
Right. I'm just So if there is somebody that can just get next to something, I know it's probably not the best thing for you, but
I've also got the owl, depending on what goes on.
The owl doesn't seem to be very happy with your current situation.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if it will obey me once it's out of that room. It's a good question. I'll summon this owl, and I'll summon him like into my hand, like I am holding on to his feet right now. Is he trying to pull away?
Yeah, he's pulling back to the south, back to down the tunnel. He's like pecking you too. He's like pecking at you.
You'll never take me alive.
I will dismiss him again.
All right.
Poof.
So, I just want to make sure you said there was a white crayfish. It's in this one?
Yeah, there's water in there, and there's a fountain that's kind of feeding water into it, and there's like a white crayfish in the bottom of that thing.
And How large does this crayfish look?
Oh, about 7 inches long.
Oh, okay. So not like the giant one we saw earlier.
No, not like that.
Okay. That's much less scary.
Pages will take Grinkar's help climbing down. Is there, while I still have comprehend languages up, is there any language, any written stuff in this room that I can find?
No, there is not.
And does this crawfish seem to be like a natural creature, or
It does, yeah, it
illusion?
seems to be. It's lying on top of like some shells and stuff like that.
Okay.
Mick will poke it.
Okay, as soon as you reach your hand into the water, something happens. You must roll initiative because you're going to love it. On a scale of 1 to 2, you're going to give it a 2. So let's give you some good music.
2 claws pinching.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever run one of these before.
Oh, good.
Those are words you always want to hear the DM say.
And that
Yep.
he has surprise, by the way. I hate to do
So
it.
we are all surprised.
Oh yes, you are surprised.
All right.
It's going to be epic.
I'm so sorry, Grinkar. I'm assuming you're an assassin.
No, I'm a thief.
Oh, okay.
Now, I do appreciate getting surprise.
Oh yeah, okay.
You
Sure.
know, for being a bugbear.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh, good.
Ah,
This thing pops up out of there. And he gets to go first. Let's see.
Of course he does.
He gets a surprise round, and what would he do if he were a smart water thing of whatever it is? What does he
Definitely
want to
quite
do?
weird, you might say.
Yeah, like that. I'm trying to think what he wants to do though. I've never run one of these, so I guess he's just gonna do this to Mick.
yep, that'll do it.
Okay, so you are grappled and you are pulled into the water. And he's now you're in the pond with him. Yay. And you are
boy.
underwater. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
He is forcing you under the water now. And now it is Grinkar's turn. You just saw your boss get pulled into the water.
Hey, boss, I'll get you, boss. And Grinkar already had his flame tongue out and on. He will item interaction to pull his offhand, and we'll go ahead and start off on the water weird with the main hand.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, boss, thanks for flanking, boss.
Yeah,
Yes.
a little thumbs up comes up out of the water.
Yeah, it hits. Let me see. Let me figure out what the
Fantastic.
what his yeah, so you hit and it's got so let's just see. Doesn't appear to be as effective as it would have been.
So, well, the damage is magic. but
Yeah, I
it's
understand.
under the water and the fire. Yeah,
Yep, I get
it.
it. It just does not seem to be as effective as it was.
And then we'll go ahead and try for the offhand.
All right.
Probably
Miss.
not. And Grinkar gets you, boss. No worries. End of turn.
All right, give me just a sec here. So that's all right. All right, and so you are restrained, and he is going to continue to constrict you and hold you under the water. You've never been drowned before, have you?
There's a first time for everything.
Oh my god.
So what's
Wait,
your
I
total
don't think he
HP?
can. Yeah, I don't. I'm trying to think. Can he? Can he still constrict you, or what I'm wondering is can he?
It can constrict another target, which means he can continue to constrict him, just like any other snake-like creatures.
Yeah, but then would he attack and do damage?
Yeah,
I would think
he's
so.
he's squeezing the life out of him.
Yeah, unless the ability specifically states that it just does the damage, you still have to roll to hit. Unfortunately, in this case.
Right. Well, I just am wondering if he would do that. You know, if he's got him held down there, is he gonna? I suppose he probably would try to keep squeezing him and stuff.
Because he can't constrict another target.
Yeah. So he's
Break
he's
grapple.
effectively drowned you in his pool.
Glub, glub, glub.
All right, now things just got real. So you guys better figure out a way out of this, or there's a dead cat.
Oh, poor Mick.
All right, so is it Paige's turn?
Yep.
All right, so this is no bueno. Pages will attempt to bust Mick out of the water because he is still under the effects of levitate.
Okay. So it'd just be I would just say it's a 13
Arcana.
strength. I don't know.
I've seen some people rule like if you're using a spell to oppose something,
Okay.
using Arcana.
Yeah,
as my
DC
spell
13
casting
Arcana
ability.
is fine. Yep.
Yeah.
That makes
All right.
sense. Because you wouldn't be.
Ah!
Oh shit. All right.
And well, unfortunately, that is my action, I believe.
Yep.
Let me just read the levitate real quick. Let's see. You can change the target altitude on your turn.
Use
As part of your
action.
move.
Oh.
Do you want to try to move away? Or wait, no. You can move him, right?
So I attempted to just raise him out of the water. I'm trying to see if that uses my action or not.
Oh no, it is. Otherwise, you use your action to move the target. Because if you were the
see.
target, then you could do as part of your move.
Ah, okay. In that case, my action is done. I will attempt. Is one of the ropes of climbing still tied up in this other chimney?
I think so because you guys didn't say you took it down.
All right, I will climb up that rope, and I will take any attacks of opportunity
All
as
right.
applicable.
Yeah.
I
So
will remind you, you're going to cut my damage in half.
Oh, in that case, I take the attack of opportunity, which misses, and then I come right back. And I'm just cowering behind Grincar, waving a dagger at this giant watery thing. Sorry, Mick, I tried.
all right.
Glub, glub.
All right. Let's have it. Oh, one fail. Grincar. Oh yeah, that hits.
My god, these sneaks have been sucking.
It happens. Doesn't look as healthy as it once was. Yeah, that hits as well. So what's the total damage on the second attack? Wasn't there something funny about it?
No, I fixed it. It's
Okay.
only rolling the 1d6 now.
All right.
But, so yeah, the total damage with half fire would be 16. Oh no, sorry, 22 with the sneak.
Okay.
And that is all that I can do. And I brace for the impact as I'm kind of taunting it and hoping that the Birdman is not his target.
Yeah, the bird hasn't actually hit him yet.
You let boss go.
All right, so it's convinced that it wants to eat you now. Misses. Pages, your turn.
Wow, so weird with only 3 people in an encounter. Do I recognize this creature for what it is?
I'm sure you would at this point.
Right. Specifically, do I know about what happens when the creature is removed from the source?
You would need unless you fought one before, I'd need
Nope.
a history check. Or, actually, yeah, you know.
Same bonus.
Yep, you know.
All right. In that case, we will try to end this the short way. I will cast Levitate on the water weird.
Okay.
It makes a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, because if it's not amenable to
Willing.
that. Yeah, okay.
It fails.
Okay, it dies immediately, and Mick is floating in a pool of water. I will let you do something before he needs to make another death save.
I think Grinkar's up next if he wants to make a medicine check.
Grinkar will drop his offhand, reach in with his lanky arms and grab the boss, and then feed him, baby bird him a potion from his own stash.
All right. And I'm assuming that would pop young Mick back up. And when this happens, you see that crawfish floating around in the pool was actually just a shedded shell. But there is something glinting down in the water now.
Pages will go for the consolation prize.
Nick will get as far away from the water as possible.
Yep.
All right.
I think you might need to re-roll that, Mick.
Oh, yeah. It's a valid number, but D24.
Oh, yes, I guess that would be different, wouldn't it?
We're hoping it'll be more, but yeah.
Nah.
There
you
it
go.
is.
All
Same
right,
deal.
so what is glinting in the water?
Do you wish to?
I reach for it.
Okay, you reach in and you grab something out of there. It is a platinum key and chain that appears to be worth some money, and also looks like it's a functioning key.
Key. All right, I'll poof that away. Let's see. I'll take the shell out too, the crawfish.
All right.
That looked like the thing we saw earlier, just a smaller form.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a monstrosity. It looks like something you would find in nature.
Okay, and this other not watery portal on the north side of the room.
Mm-hmm.
What is in there again?
Dust and lime, like hard water deposits.
Oh, okay. I will also try and clean some of that away. See if there's anything in this pool.
There is not.
In that case, yeah. And we are out of the poison gas now at this point.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. If we're keeping on, then I will drink a potion as well.
Thanks, guys. Thought that would almost have me.
You guys you want to take a break? Like take nap?
Well, we just drank some potions.
Okay.
We're probably good for a few more rooms.
Okay. Boss say go, we go.
I think Mick and I, our spells are only on a long rest at this point as well.
Yeah. So these stairs go up.
Yep.
All right. I say we keep on trucking.
All right.
I'll dry him off. Give him a small amount of comfort.
Nice.
Oh, so did
The only
Did
reason
we-
I was suggesting it is because you can summon your familiar. You can dismiss him and then resummon him.
Oh,
know,
like
maybe
kill him
if-
and then resummon him?
Yeah, maybe if you hit a hard reset, it'll fix it.
have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again?
Yeah, Grinkar's just got a rock with the name Reset on it. Just hit him with a hard reset. Pages will check this door for traps.
There are no traps.
All right. Grinkar, considering that you're the only person who's not currently bleeding, would you like to try opening this door?
This is a new thing for Grinkar.
All right.
Grinkar's usually the one that's beat up and the rest of the party is totally healed.
The door opens and it reveals something.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, boss. There's all kinds of treasure in here, boss.
The middle of this chamber is what appears to be a withered, preserved form of a centaur, mounted on a slab of marble. The tinted green and decked out in lacquered leather, feathers, and copper wire jewelry. He faces the western entrance of this chamber, which would be this way. The centaur holds a bronze-hafted pike. I'll show you what this looks like. Actually, they gave me a handout for you.
Oh, good.
Or did they? Is that it? I don't think they gave me a handout for it, unfortunately. Let me look.
A bronze tipped or bronze hafted?
Let me let's see. Okay, the centaur holds a bronze hafted pike topped with a broad blue-gray flame-shaped spearhead. Scattered around the room are jewelry and knickknacks made of beaten copper, cut and polished obsidian, shells, quartz, and coral. Much of this treasure is at the feet of the centaur, symbolically being trod underfoot. 2 tall urns shaped like wicker baskets stand along the north wall, each one filled with river stones.
And you said this is like an actual corpse, not a statue, right?
Let's see, appears to be the withered, preserved form of a centaur mounted on a slab.
What do you want me to do, boss?
I'll
antagonize him.
Okay, boss. You want me to go collect this stuff we sell back in town?
Pages taps Grincar on the shoulder and conjures up a picture of Clyde's face and gestures towards the pike.
Clyde can't use that. He's not proficient.
Pages looks frustrated.
And but Grincar will pull out his thieves' tools and attempt to go to work because bronze is a little bit of a what's it called? It's a little bit of a precious metal.
What are you going to work on?
He's going to attempt to remove the pike because apparently Pages thinks that Clyde can use the pike for some reason.
All right, move your character down by there. It looks like you did. Okay.
And so I will place my so both short swords are in the scabbards, and I've got the thieves' tools out, and I will attempt to get that out.
All right.
Without tinkering as much, because he knows that you don't want to scratch things like that, because then they lose their value.
Well, as soon as you touched it, you rolled initiative.
This is why we can't have nice things.
out of character, you get what I was going for, right?
Oh yeah, it's just Grinkar's not
Yep.
very intelligent.
Yeah, I'm trying to find ways to be true to my Kenku form, and yet maintain an effective and non-frustrating adventuring party.
Oh, no. So what I usually say with my Kenku, at least for the time being, is I just say I intimate this.
Yep.
But yeah, it's going to be interesting when I hit, I think it's 13 with him since he's a monk. And so whatever I say, you just understand.
He's just making random sounds, and you just understand.
Yeah, you just understand.
Okay.
Good.
Sadly, Grinkar, you were surprised, and something happens as this guy comes alive. You're gonna love it though. You've never seen anything like it in your life. Let's
It's
see.
been happening a lot recently.
I've seen some things, man.
Okay, it is going to first swing a pike at you.
I will use my what's it called?
Uncanny dodge.
Yeah, uncanny dodge. Thank you.
What does that do?
I have
damage.
the damage.
You have advantage on what?
I half the damage.
Oh, half the damage. Okay.
He'll take advantage of anything else you give him, though, too.
Yeah,
Oh,
so it'd
that's
be
a true story.
5 piercing, and then because you did that, he glares at you. So
Dreadful.
yeah, he. So I need a wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Grinkar is not. He's seen this before.
You're
Green
not
card just
impressed.
blanks.
All right, Mick, your turn. You just saw this thing rise up from the table and swing a pike at this guy.
All right. Mick will move 10, 15, 20. He will cast Fairy Fire on this big galoot.
All right. So what is that? A dex save?
Yes, indeed.
DC 15.
Fails it.
All right.
Oh, boss, you the best to Grinkar.
I do what I can, buddy. So now he is glowing, and attacks against him are at advantage.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I will give Bardic Inspiration to Grankar. D8.
All right, Grinkar, your turn.
I will go ahead and I guess this is now an empty little pillar or something that I can just step around on.
Yeah.
I'll go around to there. I will item interaction, pull out the flame tongue, bonus action, light her up, and
All right.
go with advantage.
Kapow! I believe that's a hit. All right. Give me a sec here. Let me see. All right. So that would be. Let's see. Okay, I got to get my calculator out.
22.
Yep, I understand. It seems like this was more effective than you thought it would be.
Oh right, I can do that one. I assume it's some type of mummy.
It does appear to be. Okay, so it is my turn. And what I'm going to do is...
Hey, ugly. You come look at me.
He's going to do this first. Pow! 27 to hit.
That on me?
Yep.
I will uncanny dodge.
For 5. And, so tell me how uncanny dodge works. I forget.
So you get hit by an attack that you are aware of, you spend your reaction, and you resist half the damage.
Okay, I get it.
So I get to do it once per turn, but when there's only one enemy, it's fairly awesome.
All right, then he hits again. 23 to hit for
Ow.
13 plus 15 necrotic. And I need a con saving throw,
Ow.
which you failed. So, it says the cursed target can't regain hit points, and its hit point maximum decreases by 10, or 3d6, for every 24 hours that elapse. If the curse reduces the target's hit points maximum to 0, the target dies and the body turns to dust. You need a remove curse spell or similar magic.
Even worse, your hit point maximum cannot be increased during the death curse.
So the only thing when I was doing this, I just now remembered the death curse can't affect me because I'm in a different hardcover. So I can't be meat grinding either.
I'm pretty sure it carries across, though, doesn't it? I mean, you can't if you die in another hardcover.
Well, so the way it works is with the so many different effects in the hardcovers. I remember this now, but with so many different effects, because that's one of the things that, since you can't regain hit points, all the creatures in Tomb of Annihilation, like, there's very few that reduce your hit points. But if, like, you were playing Curse of Strahd with a creature that had it, you're basically dead. And so I'll get the exact verbiage. But yeah, so I'm pretty much hosed right now.
If we make it through another long rest today, I can remove your curse then.
Because I dropped.
Oh shit! What? Yeah, but you didn't. Your hit point maximum only decreased by the necrotic damage, right?
Right. No. You haven't killed me with the disease.
Yeah.
But I'm at 0 hit points because you put me exactly at 0. So I wish I hadn't used it on the first one, but it's all good.
All right. Well, so I was trying to be a good boy.
No, it's all good.
All right. Okay, Pages, you recognize that something very dire is going on here.
Okay, and this mummy creature does not look terribly damaged.
It does look like you notice that a bunch of his wrappings caught fire after he got hit by that longsword, and he looks pretty messed up from that.
Let's see. Well, better give it all I've got then. I step up to the corner and I cast Hypnotic Pattern.
Okay.
Is the creature immune to charm?
I don't think so.
Then it makes a Wiz saving throw.
Condition. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. It is condition immunities charmed.
Damn.
Sorry.
All right, that's my turn.
All right.
Mick's turn.
Mick, your turn.
Okay, Mick is going to move 5, 10, 15, use an action to pour a potion down Grinkar's throat.
Okay.
Bonus action, cast Healing Word on him at level 3.
All right.
And that messed up.
At least you guys have some healing.
Alright, so in addition to the healing potion, he gets an additional 9 hit points back. And that ends my turn.
All right. And Grinkar, you are prone, which means ass up, on the ground.
I will go ahead and pick up my Flame Tongue as I stand. I will bonus action to reignite it. I will move to that spot just to try to get his attention away from the boss. And we will attempt to strike at him again. Still at advantage, yay. Wow, I will use the Bardic Inspiration. Is it a D8?
D8, yep.
13.
Just enough.
Ooh.
All right. That's quite a bit.
32, if my math is correct.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right. It is my turn again. I am not impressed. I want to do something nasty to you. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a... what do I want to do? A pike against you and miss, and then I'm going to glare at Mick for cheating me of my prize. So I need a whiz save. Oh, you failed. You are frightened. Until the end of my next turn. All right. Pages, your turn.
Would you say that the target's body is made of flesh?
Yes.
All right. In that case, we'll see how this goes. I will reach out and touch the centaur, and it has to make a. Let me read this spell. I'm sorry. Just you see within range. Con save.
Okay. 20?
It passes.
Okay. What were you trying to do?
I was using my bracelet of rock magic to turn it to stone.
Oh, okay. All right. Anything else?
That's it for me.
All right.
Save or suck over here.
Mick, you are frightened.
All right. So I need to run away.
How does that work?
So, if it's just regular frightened, you don't have to do anything. It's only if the frightened says that you have to do something extra, and from the dreadful glare, it doesn't appear that way.
No, and
you
then
can't.
Yeah, but then don't you get a disadvantage on attacks and you can't move
Yeah.
closer to it or something like that?
Yep.
Right, that's standard.
All right. Then.
But you can move away and cast Vicious Mockery or something like that.
Yes. And Mick will, since he's still glowing, Mick will disengage. Move. 5. I don't know. Is this difficult terrain?
No. Yeah.
Okay. All right. You get us back up there, and I will attempt to viciously mock him.
All right. So he needs a wisdom save, correct?
Yes, DC 15.
He makes
He
it.
made it. He's not falling for my tricksy words. Right, that ends my turn.
All right, Grinkar.
Any inspiration?
What's that?
Bardic Inspiration means, I think.
Yeah.
I cannot because it was the vicious mockery is a bonus action.
No, it's not. It's an action.
It's an action.
Oh yeah, you can't disengage. Anyway, sorry.
Oh yeah, I couldn't do the vicious mockery anyway. I could just disengage. So
sorry, I was just looking since I used the last one. I apologize for bringing that up.
All right.
All right, then we're just gonna go with advantage with the flame tongue.
Yes. And that is enough. He bursts into mummified flame. Dead mummy.
See, that's the type of damage that I expect.
Grinkar's
he's been like pooping out damage this whole game. And Grinkar is like, hey boss, Grinkar not feel good at all.
Yeah, perhaps an hour's nap would benefit us.
All right, so you guys take a short rest, and while you're doing that, we will also take a little bio break. Be back in about 5 minutes. Okay.
Looks like that chest has a balloon animal in it.
And I just absolutely
Okay.
love all the different versions of the Death Curse primer that they have.
Yeah. I think 1.3 is what they're up to now, last I checked.
Oh, it is 1.3?
I just like a week or two ago I downloaded the player pack, and that was the most recent version.
Yeah, I know there is a 1.3. I don't know if I guess that's the latest.
Because I know that they specifically talk about hardcovers. Because, yeah, if you're playing in Strahd with the company, that just... Ugh. Everything in freaking Curse of Strahd reduces your hit points. Because otherwise, Grinkar is going to be retired for a while.
So I just posted the two different primers in the Discord. The player version and the DM version.
Oh, do we get a Song of Rest?
Does Mick feel like singing? Oh, he's AFK, but I'm pretty sure we do.
Yep. So, I haven't had it come up simply because, like, I'm running 2 games of Tomb of Annihilation, and I haven't had a single creature that can reduce a character's hit point max. Yep. And I know somebody was talking about it, and now I can't find... The only thing I can see is that it talks about the reduction can't be increased, but...
Oh yeah, I think you're fine then, because it does not say in general reductions are decreased. It says this reduction can't be resisted or restored, and can't be increased.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember, because somebody that I trust is the one who freaking told that to me.
Yeah, and I remember hearing something like that before, but I can't remember whether it's from a previous version or just another source.
It might be a previous version. They release so many of these.
Let me actually check, because I think I have one of those. No, even on the preview version, it still says the same phrase with respect to the reduction.
Okay. You don't have a remove curse, do you?
I do not have it prepared. I can do it after the next long rest, which would still be before 24 hours. So.
Hey, I'll if you would blow the slot for that, I would greatly appreciate it, sir.
I mean, no problem. It's just the question of whether we get to a long rest this session or not.
No problem. Or then I just pay for it after the
Spellcasting
session.
services, yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I have all kinds of fun with my Kenku monk. His name is Sound of Breaking Wood.
Well, the other thing about this character is the Kenkus don't make like the best wizards because they don't have any int bonuses. But I did get a headband of intellect, so that at least takes care of like that thing. Mick, you have Song of Rest, right?
I do. D6.
Cool. And then the other thing is that for my first feat, I took Keen Mind. So pretty much, I have any argument to say that anything that I've seen in the last month, or like especially because I'm a Kenku, I can just reproduce it to the letter. And then I'm also an illusionist wizard, so like at level 14, I can make my illusions real, which means that if someone like has a key dangling from their like waist, I can be like, oh, I can just make that key anytime I want.
Oh yeah, I'm tracking. That's the 14th level wizard. When you pull that out, like people are like, holy crap, that's a thing.
Yeah, no, it's just real. I have yet to see how that will play out if I summon, for example, like a 5x5x5 stone cube. How real is real?
Oh yeah, I've seen it. It is up to your imagination and what your DM will let you get away with, and it is completely and utterly game breaking if you've got the right combination and you're creative enough.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out some, because there's got to be, I don't know, yeah, because if I was a DM and someone's like, I summon 1,500 pounds of stone to just drop on their heads,
I'd say that's the same as somebody putting the fortress offensively, so 10d10.
Oh yeah, okay. And it's like a deck save, right? To hop out of the way.
Yep. Well, it's
fair enough.
Half.
Oh, I guess the other thing is probably that I wouldn't be able to. No, I guess I could move it because I've also got the malleable illusion and stuff. Oh god, now I'm swinging around 1,500 pounds of stone or whatever.
Oh yeah, my evocation wizard hit 18 just a few days ago,
or a
couple weeks ago, and you know when you have a meteor swarm, everything looks like 40-foot radii.
Yeah.
And when you get 2 of them a day, it's really fun. And 3 if the simulacrum has passed the economical repair point. That and the evoker's 14th level is, you know what? I don't feel like rolling dice. We'll just go ahead and give you max damage.
Oh yeah.
It's only with the 5th level spell, but
5th level and higher, or
no,
fifth
it's
level
only
and lower?
5th level and below. You can't you can't maximize all 40 d6s off of a meteor swarm. That would be epic, but
I was at an epic one time where someone had a scroll of meteor swarm, and it like the admins decided that it semi lost us the epic. which was interesting. It was for the floating Ark of the Mountains one.
Oh, they said they destroyed
The Ark.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see how that's maximizing the player fun. Sure.
I don't think they I mean, they didn't like. I'm not sure if they punished us. I mean, like we got plenty of rewards from that, and we succeeded in our other goals. So I think it was more of a flavor thing. I don't think that they actually were like, "You all die and fall out of the sky," sort of thing. But that epic was crazy for other reasons, like people taking tons of damage from a harpoon hitting them or whatever.
Yep.
All right, is everyone back?
I think so.
Mick is back.
So, in a review of the latest version of the primer, it appears that it is only hit points lost due to the curse.
That can't be regained.
Yes, that can't be increased by anything else. So
it's only 15, right? And then if you go 24 hours, then it'd be an additional 3d6 if it's not cured, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you rolled it. Okay, gotcha.
Right.
That was a high roll then.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, no, I was just reading and I just reduced mine by 10, but I'll reduce mine more. Sorry.
All right. Let's see. Yeah, because it put it in there for you. Okay, so there's all kinds of treasure around here. There were 800 pieces of junk jewelry, worth some money. And at the bottom of 2 urns, you found 2 crushed silver masks, worth some money. There was an Electrum serpent bracelet, also worth some money. A broken marble statue of a monkey, worth some money. And 4 silver hairpins set with jade, worth some money. So, there you have it.
And while we're in this room, I will take the end of the short rest to cast Detect Magic. Does anything ping off in this room?
Nope.
Were you going to resummon your guy?
No. Because that's like an hour to cast outside of a short rest.
Okay.
All right. Keep moving forward.
Yucko says, Yucko pops up out of one of the chests in the rooms, and he motions over to Mick and says, "Hey, Mick, come down in this chest. We all float down here." And he offers you a balloon.
Oh, sounds tempting. But we gotta get out of here. Maybe later.
Mick, you float too.
No, evidently I sink pretty well.
All right. All right. So then he pops back into the chest and disappears.
All right. And we searched the chest for like hidden compartments and all that jazz.
Yep. You searched the hell out of the room and you found everything.
Sure. Did the centaur person have any jewelry on him? And
you found
the pike as well.
Yeah, you found all of his treasure. The pike wasn't really meaningful.
Sure. All right.
Grincar thinks
another door.
Hit points, and he thinks it was pretty meaningful.
Oh, is your maximum 15 right now?
It is 23.
Oh wow, Wizard has higher health than you, so Wizard will search this door for trap.
I will assist you.
All right. Let's see. There does not appear to be a trap on the door.
I'll peek it open.
All right, you open it, and I will tell you what you see. Standing before you is a wall of green polished stones that are like semi-translucent. that you can see through, and it's 7 feet wide by 7 feet tall. And it's blocking your way.
Anything written on it?
Nothing.
Any magic?
Does not appear to be.
All right. Pages thinks that this is not bueno to just like bust through. Does it look like it can be moved, or is it like?
It's pretty solid.
I see. Well, we can go around, or we can bust through.
Grincar strong.
He says this with a shriveled arm.
Mick has a sling. Just nothing better for a wall than to start chucking rocks at it.
All right.
Pages will back out of the room.
All right.
Does this jade look valuable?
Not really.
Okay.
Not in its current form. I mean, if somebody carved it into something, maybe.
Hey, Grincar, can you turn it into like an elephant or something?
No, Grincar not take wizard classes. But so I kind of look at it, and I will attempt to perceive the wall and see if there is some type of like switch or something that I just have to click that my friend did not see.
All right. Nope.
All right, then I guess we have to do something. So
Pages closes the door.
hey boss, what do you want me to do, boss?
You know, I'm awfully curious as to what's down that hallway. Maybe you should give it one good hit.
Okay, boss. And Grincar will attempt to hit, because that's the word the boss used.
All right.
A wall. I don't know what you want me to roll.
I'll just do an attack
roll.
with however you're going to do it.
Okay, I'll just well, I think it'd be more of a punch. So
All right.
Athletics.
Sure. Okay, bang!
Hey.
You hit it, and the wall falls over and shatters into a million pieces on the floor, and your way is no longer obstructed.
Yeah, Grincar tough.
Well done, Grincar.
Hey, boss, you want me to go inside, boss? I'll look for traps, boss.
All right, good plan.
All right, there are no traps. There's a tunnel which leads to the south.
And even as dust, it doesn't look like this jade is valuable.
Nope. Hold on just a second here. I gotta
Nope, sorry.
make sure I'm not missing anything. Sometimes I get tricked. Okay, I see what they did there. All right, so you're able to keep walking there?
Hey, boss, there's a corner. Turn it.
Yeah, let's see where it goes.
This 5-foot wide diameter passage is dry and dusty, and it shows no signs of having been used for ages. Near the top of the corridor walls, about 3 feet from the ceiling, stone lintels run the length of the passage. The corridor abruptly widens into a cube about 15 feet wide. on a side with a corrugated floor. In the ceiling of this area, a bronze circular trap door is set. The cover is latched shut. The four corners of this foyer are sets of metal rungs forming a ladder that lead up and across the arched ceiling to the trap door. The rungs are broken in several places, leaving rusty spikes. On the other side of this area, the corridor continues.
Hey, boss. Trap door up here, boss.
Yeah. And where is that ladder? There's like a or partially rusted
Yeah,
ladder.
there's like ladders kind of in the corners that kind of lead up to the trap door in the center of the room.
You said the floor was corrugated, as in grooved?
Yeah.
Does it look like these grooves were from a blade trap, or does it look like the liquid was meant to run along them?
It just corrugated. That doesn't look like there was a purpose.
Okay.
Grinkar will look around and look for the traps that's going to kill him.
All right, go ahead.
It's the one you don't see that'll kill you.
Not in Grinkar's case. Pages, you gonna help?
Sure, I'll walk up and help.
Mick will give you inspiration.
All right, there are no traps that you can tell.
Sounds good. Then, Grinkar, how tall is the ceiling? You said 20 feet?
Let's see. Yeah, it's about 15. It's like a cube about 15 feet tall.
Oh, okay. Well, then I won't even worry about getting out the rope.
A ladder leads up to it.
Oh, but I've got lanky arms, so I can easily reach 15 feet.
Oh, okay.
Hey, boss, you want me to check this thing out?
Yeah, let's go up.
And I will look around and see if that trapdoor thing is open, or if I need to pull out thieves' tools and try to get it that way.
No, it's like latched. You could undo the latch or whatever.
And with boss's approval, I will do so.
All right. When this happens, the thing opens up, and all of a sudden, wind just starts whipping around in this chamber. And it's very, very windy in there all of a sudden. And I need a strength saving throw from Grinkar.
$15?
Good enough. You are able to keep your feet in the room, but now all in that room, wind is blowing like just crazy.
Hey, boss, want me to shut this thing, boss?
Yeah, that's sounds like this may not be the way we want to go.
I will. Is there anything behind the door when I unlatch it?
Nope.
I will latch the door.
Okay.
That's odd.
You are not able to latch it. The wind continues to whip in the area, and I need another strength save.
Oh, so I did that as my action, and then I realized I wasn't able to do it. Can I try to force it with my use object as a bonus?
You can try. And
So
it does not work. It is impossible to close it because the wind is, this magical wind is blowing the door open.
Alright, then I'll say, hey boss, it's not going to close. You want me to come help you move?
Yeah, let's do this together.
All right. So where are you trying to go?
I will grab on to the boss, and then I will grab onto the rungs you said,
Yeah, there are some rungs there. Yep.
and I will attempt to climb, and I climb at my full speed.
Where are you trying to climb to?
I guess we're gonna move there, and then I'll use the walls to push off of to get to try to move forward without.
Yeah. So now that you're in the tunnel there's no wind in the tunnel. It's just in that um room you were in. Pages is there.
Okay.
Yeah. Does it look like there's any like mechanisms on the walls to stop this wind on the other side now?
Do right where you're at. Do a perception check.
Alright.
No.
Let's see.
Keep going, boss.
Yeah. Let's just keep going. This place is weird.
All right.
Though
The tunnel
I do
turns.
feel drier now. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Like a big blow dryer, yeah.
Hey, boss. Something up ahead, boss. The green car will carefully approach it and
All right.
the obvious trap.
So you see, before you is a foyer 10 feet wide and 20 feet long. A narrow hall connects with this area on the south side, and on the north end, so that'd be the north end, like up in this area. On the north end, a 5-foot wide staircase leads up. A wheel is set horizontally half into the wall in the southwest corner. The wheel appears to be a crank. Above the wheel, a bronze lever is set into the wall, angled downwards.
Pages will step past. Are there any clues that might indicate what this lever is connected to?
It appears to have something to do with the wheel.
And sorry, where's
And
the
it
wheel
is
again?
so there's a lever, and the lever is
Yep.
pointing down, and there's a wheel on the north wall there.
Sorry, you cut out there. There's a wheel on what?
The north wall or west on the map.
Flip the lever.
Pages flips the lever after giving a look to his two companions.
Okay, you flip the lever and you notice in the northwest corner of the room a secret door opens, exposing better the staircase, a little portcullis raised, I guess you'd say.
And this goes up?
Yep.
The Pages brings up another diagram of the temple layout as we've explored it so far, and points at the passage with the spores and the other doors in the diorama room that we have not yet explored, and looks questioningly towards his comrades.
Hey, boss. Where we go, boss?
Well, there could be tuna in some of those other places.
Pages is making like the sound of coins clinking, and when Mick says that, he like nods his head, and a big flopping tuna appears on the ground.
Coins and tuna. Yeah. All right. First of all, I want to investigate the wheel. See if I can see if it's connected to a mechanism? Or...
It seems to have been connected to the lever, because when you pushed the lever up, the wheel turned and then the portcullis raised.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go back and see if we can find any of that tuna. Hey, Grinkar.
Yeah, boss. We go back to that one room now, boss.
Yeah, let's go back.
I imagine the wind's still blowing.
Yep.
And I can reach aside to the other side with, or actually, we can use the ropes of climbing. There you go. And just tie them off, and then we can, hopefully that gives us advantage to not get blown around. Right?
Yeah, you wouldn't get blown around in that circumstance.
And then
I
just
create
command
the
them to
illusion.
untie.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Sorry. No. We just command them to untie and move along. But, because do you have to move us to a different map? Because if there's no reason for us to slide us around.
So do you want to go back to the room, the main room there?
The room with the ball, I think it was, and the little dotted red lines.
All right, I'm going to take you back there.
And we do the same path that we came back.
Mm-hmm.
So we use the ropes of climbing to get up, and then we use the ropes of climbing to get down, so that because it was having a problem knocking us off, if I recall.
Yep. And then we retrace our steps along the second red path to this door here. Pages will check this door for glyphs and or traps.
And Grinkar will assist with the searching, and then he will see if Pages will assist with the looking.
Okay, you look, and there are no traps or glyphs.
Poke my head in this one too.
All right. Let's see. You're able to look into the room, and let me describe what you see. Beyond the door is a modest-sized room with a lumpy pile of earthy material. In the middle of the floor, across from the door in the southeast corner, a glazed flask rests on a small shelf. In the northwest and northeast corners, there are two more shelves on which rest a small urn and a thin stone cylinder.
What does the floor look like?
Just rubbish.
I gesture over to Mick for the mage hand again.
Alright. Move over.
And I imagine we're careful to step only on the cobblestone paths, because as one does when cobblestone paths are outlined.
Alright. Mick will use the mage hand to attempt to grab whatever is up in that shelf.
So that was a flask, and you're able to bring it back to yourself.
Is your first instinct to pick it up, or use the mage hand to bat it off the shelf?
Well, I'm learning that poking at things can lead to bad consequences. So I will do the same thing to the other corners. At this point, I can see this corner.
Yeah.
The other one.
You probably have to step into the room to see it. So.
All right, guys. I am so curious.
Okay, you stepped into the room, and in the pile of garbage, an eye opens, and then another eye, and then another eye, and another eye, and then eventually you see big mouths, kind of with sharp, jagged teeth, peering up at you. And with that, I get to have some fun. So some initiative would be awesome.
What do you mean? He's smiling at me.
You're gonna love it. Okay. And oh my gosh. I get to do something first and then you guys can have your fun. Okay, I got to figure out what he wants to do though. It's been a long time since I've run one of these. So, let's see. I think there was one of these in season 4, I want to say, in the mansion thing. I remember it being pretty nasty, but I don't. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so it is going to advance all the way to there, on top of Mick, or to the east of Mick. And he does this. Kapow! Tripes to bite you. I believe that would miss. Okay, and then he...
Unless he had advantage for some reason. Like, surprise. I don't know.
And he goes and spits something out right there on the floor, right behind Grincar. So in between Pages and Grincar, he spits something onto the floor. Okay, so both Grincar and yeah, so you both made it. Very good, very good. All right, Mick, your turn.
All right, Mick will cast. Sorry about that. He will viciously mock this gibbering thing
All right.
and say, "Your mama was a gibberer." Oh, and he made it.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, and?
All right. I'm guessing it's been more than 10 minutes since we.
Oh, and and I gotta have you I need to have you make a strength saving throw real quick.
I'm sorry, what kind?
Strength? Okay, you made it. Nothing happened.
All right, and I'm guessing it's been 10 minutes since we were in the windy room.
Yeah, it took quite a ways to get back, so.
Okay. So then, once again, I will give Grincar Bardic Inspiration, and that ends my turn.
All right, Grincar, your turn. I need a strength save. Oh, your speed is reduced to 0. This doughy ground is around you until the start of your next turn.
Would he have to be in the room for that?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, then Grincar will just go ahead and attack from here. And I will pull out
Those lanky arms.
Got the lanky arms. Might as well use them. So, yeah, I just reach around the boss and say, "Hey, boss, duck a little bit," and then I will stab at the mouther with my flame tongue after I turn it on.
All right. Oh, yes, that hits. So 19 plus 5 is 24.
And that's the end of mine.
All right.
With that craptastic sneak attack.
Okay. Pages,
All
your
right.
turn.
So, do I have to make a strength save as well?
Nope.
All right, then I will move up 5 feet and cast Magic Missile times 4 darts.
Oh, boy.
So times 4 is 16.
All right. Okay.
for my Wand of Magic Missiles.
All right.
That's my turn.
All right. Actually, that'd be more like... Okay. Now it's my turn.
You get a recharge die.
Hold on a sec. Yeah, I gotta do that. Let's see. Nothing happens. So, I'm gonna try to bite Mick again. You're gonna love it. $15 to
Ooh.
hit.
All right, Mick will use as his reaction his cutting words to make him miss.
Okay. Fair enough.
Nice.
Why can't I get damage rolls like that?
Because you're not
Holy
a
smokes.
gibbering mouther.
That was an insane damage roll.
I know.
I roll one more d6 than that.
Mick,
It was
your
1
turn.
point from Max.
All right. Mick is going to disengage. Oh wait, I
Oh,
need
hey,
a strength
actually,
check
a
again,
strength
don't I?
check, yeah. I forgot. Oh, you failed. Your speed is 0.
No, Mick is going to stand there then, and he will cast Fairy Fire on this thing.
Okay.
DC 15 Dex save.
All right, let's see how he does. Oh, he fails.
Like how it's just 2 buff spellcasters and 1 rogue.
We're making it happen.
Yeah,
It seems
that's
to
one way to
work.
make it happen. Yeah.
It's time to make the donuts, man.
Yep.
All right, and it's my turn.
Green car.
I will make that strength save.
Yeah. Oh, you can move.
Hey! I will move around the boss, and I will attempt to give the Mouther the Killins with advantage.
All right.
Thank you, boss.
Yeah. Okay, so looks like a total of 23. Yeah, okay.
Oh, and then I will item interaction, pull out the offhand, and bonus action stab him with it.
All right, do it. Oh, yeah, that hits.
There you go. End of turn.
All right.
Damage is damage.
Damage.
All right, pages.
Okay. Let's see here. I will cast. I will squeeze up next to Mick. So in Mick's square, I will cast Shocking Grasp. And crit.
Okay, yeah, and it dies.
Oh, dang. All right.
Okay, so you killed a dude.
Go,
What a
kid.
shocker.
It seems like I remember these guys being tougher, though. Or not tougher, but they give people more trouble than they just gave you.
Well, they were doing a ton of damage, and if they had hit any times, we would have downed people.
Yeah, I suppose.
Well, that, and they're probably in cahoots with other people that, can take advantage of people not being able to move.
Oh, yeah.
And blinded.
Oh yeah, once you get, synergistic monster effects, encounters go sideways real quick.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'd like to identify whatever's in the vial that Mick had and these other items.
It is a dried potion of hill giant strength, which can be reconstituted with water. The stone cylinder is a +1 rod of the Pact Keeper.
Oh! That's interesting. Too bad we have no warlocks.
And there is a dried heart in an urn as well.
Grincar will open it up and sniff it, see if it's still good.
Yeah, I mean, it smells edible. It's like heart jerky.
As Grinkar has shown, he eats it.
All right, well,
It's all yummy.
you eat it, and you have the permanent ability to understand the speech of snakes and Wanti.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
Wow.
So you get to add 2 languages.
Wait, hold on. Seriously?
Yes.
Wow, he just.
Haven't you seen
stuff-
Temple of Doom?
oh, yeah, but.
Hum num
oh
shabada,
my
hum num
gosh.
shabada.
I've been playing this guy, for nearly 6 levels now, and just eating the most random crap. And you're telling me it actually gave me something?
Yes, it's right there in the book, page 89.
All right. Wow. No, it's just amazing. I'm sorry. I don't mean to question you. It's just I never in my wildest dreams thought that something good would happen for me doing this.
Yeah, it happened.
Yeah, don't
So-
look a gift earned in the mouth.
Yeah. So it was what?
Permanent
what's the
ability to understand the speech of snakes and Wanti.
So I just became a parcel mouth?
Pretty much.
Huh. Does it explicitly call out languages?
It
'Cause I know
says
Yanti speak
it
Abyssal.
says gains the permanent ability to understand the speech of snakes and Wanti.
Huh.
Okay, but I can't talk it.
It says understand. I don't know that you can speak it back.
Okay, no problem. That'll be interesting. Yay, RP. You guys don't understand what the snake's saying? Now I understand what Clyde's saying. 'Cause I think
Pages is saying, "What snake?" Grinkar is just holding the urn up to his ear. I can hear the hissing. Pages will reconstitute the potion of Hill Giant Strength and give it to Grinkar.
All right.
You want me to drink this now?
Perhaps
Rob-
hold off on it.
Yeah, probably.
It's a limited time.
Okay, you tell me when.
Assuming we find nothing else
Nothing else.
searching this room, I'll walk back south across the room
Okay.
and back into this hallway. Has anything changed in this hallway?
Not really.
And so there's just a cloud of spores.
Oh
and
wait,
it doesn't
no,
look like...
the cloud of spores is now gone. It's been like an hour.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Check this, because nobody really walked further down that corridor, so be careful watching for, any traps or anything. And, hey boss, you want me to check it?
That's as far as I got last time.
Okay. Have you
I'll search
do a
around.
perception roll there?
I'll assist Grinkar then.
All right, Grinkar, you are able to spot. Hold on a second. There is there's a smooth. The surface of the wall right here is smoother than it would be than the rest of the stones surrounding it, giving you a clue that there's a door there. And once again, you find a little piece of cobblestone sticking up out of the floor that makes you think that this could be opened by stepping on the stone.
Hey boss, you want me to open this, boss? Or you want to go check out that deal with the cloud?
Yeah, maybe we should check this hallway out first. See where it ends up.
All right.
So Pages will very carefully approach this skull atop the coins.
Uh-huh.
And with one motion, we'll try and knock the skull into a bag.
Okay, this happens, and the spores once again burst into the room and engulf Pages.
Where are the spores coming from? The skull or from the pile?
Well, they're from the pile of. Well, there was some of it on top of the skull, and there are some on the pile of coins around it. And as soon as you hit it,
okay.
Let's see. 10-foot cube, which doesn't hit anybody but you. I would need a con save. And
20.
you made it, so you are not poisoned by it, but you understand that you need to not do that anymore.
Right. I will quickly try and pick up the coins.
I need a wisdom
Save or check?
check. You are unable to pick them up. You do, however, notice a stain on the floor over here.
Covering my mouth from the spores, I will try and quickly investigate that stain as well.
All right, do a investigation or whatever you like. Oh, okay,
20.
so you are able to find a little panel in the wall to the west there that looks like if you push on it, it'd open.
I will push on it.
All right. You are able to push it open, and something happens. You hear... Well, you're going to hear something and you're going to see something. So I'll do the hear something first, and then I'll do the see something. Oh my god, it's the Demogorgon! Okay, just kidding. Just kidding.
I hate it when I hear that.
I've actually, at the end of an adventure, if you didn't know this, one time I, just as an add-on, right when this was like a brand new show, at the very end of an adventure, I popped a Demogorgon out on 5 level 1s just as a joke, and like it was over in like a half a second. But of course, none of it counted. It was just a joke.
I mean, it's like what, a lord of one of the 9 planes?
Yeah. Well,
9 levels of hell.
Yeah. Well, the only time I know of one showing up, but I don't know everything, but is in Out of the Abyss. One shows up, but it's like weakened. Right? Has there ever been like in an Adventures League thing like an actual Demogorgon show up?
As a DM, you are allowed to add thematically appropriate enemies to any encounter.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't work here. But next time I play, like
a Demogorgon wearing a Chultan headdress.
Yeah, no. Okay.
Hey, boss, we follow Birdman, boss?
Pages ducks around the corner here, and you hear a woman saying, "Cover your mouth before you sneeze." And then a different voice saying, "There's a door here."
Beyond the secret door, the passage bends around to the left. At the end of a narrow corridor hangs an ornate mirror, and a door is set in the wall next to it.
Pages, upon seeing the mirror, does not like mirrors. Pages will cast a minor illusion to obscure the mirror, just to put like a box in front of it.
Okay.
And then with that, Pages will advance down the corridor.
All right.
Searching for traps.
Okay, so that's the mirror, and this is a door?
Yeah, there's a door on the north wall there. Yep.
Alright.
I will, at this point, look around the box and check this door for glyphs, traps.
Look around. What box?
The box that I summoned in the hallway.
Uh.
The
Okay.
illusionary.
Oh, so you're okay. So you looked around it. Describe this box to me again.
So I just, Pages just wanted to put any old object in front of the mirror, so that we would not be looking into the mirror as we proceed down this straight line corridor at ourselves.
Okay.
And so I just put something to cover the mirror.
Okay. How big was it?
Let's just say it was like a cloth on top of the mirror. If the mirror
Okay.
fits within a 5x5x5 cube.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now what?
I would like to check the door and then open the door.
The door seems to be very heavy, and it has many glyphs carved upon it. In the center of the door is carved an eagle killing a serpent. 2 stone warriors dressed in loincloth, wearing panther masks, are sculpted into the doorposts.
Does this match any of the symbology that we saw in the cat room, or from
is
the
Olman? The glyphs are in ancient Olman.
Okay.
Oh, man.
We can take some time and I can read it, or we can go for it.
Yeah, I said go for it.
All right. Pages will and these glyphs don't look like arcane runes.
No.
Okay. Pages will open the door.
Alright, the door opens outward, revealing the Demogorgon. No, just kidding. Alright, so you are able to look into the room. Beyond the door is a wide foyer that leads into a circular room. On the south wall, right here, is a jade death mask affixed at chest height. Taking up the middle of the chamber is a cross-shaped dais with sets of stairs leading up to it along each of the 4 ends. You can see that. In the center of the dais rises a cylindrical structure that appears to be made of transparent walls of crystal, enclosing an oddly carved stone pillar. The stairs that face the room's entrance are carved with the heads of many gods. Steps on the north side, so over here, are blood-stained, and atop the landing stands a statue of a warrior. The stairs to the east, so on this side, are partly obscured by shadow. The southern staircase is luminescent and appearing to change colors in the light. Tucked into each nook where the arms cross and come together is a low shelf on which are placed several small offerings. Silver bracelets, earrings, neck collars, anklets, piles of coral beads, and silver and jade statuettes. Now just give me a sec here. All right. So that's what you see.
Pages scratches his head a little bit, and closes the door again.
All right.
And starts casting a ritual. This is too many things going on to not understand what the glyphs on the door meant.
Hey, you shut the door on boss.
Hey, what's going on?
Page's gestures to the ground and to his open mouth. He's sketching out some glyphs on the ground.
All right.
Okay. So you were able to do that, and you read the glyphs. And the glyphs on the door tell a story in ancient Ulman of a journey to find truth and light, which ended in failure and imprisonment in the land of the dead.
Failure for who?
For the people making the journey to find truth and light, they failed.
Luckily, we are looking for neither of those things, only treasure. So, I guess we'll go into the room.
There is a green jade mask kind of hanging on the wall there. That looks like a little treasure.
Does it look like? Does it look like part of a trap? So if I like peek around behind it, are there any wires attached to the back of it? Are there any arcane glyphs?
Do a dexterity to peek around behind it.
Okay.
To manipulate it. Or you look around it and you see that there is the mask is hanging on a lever. Yeah.
Okay, I'll like summon an image of a big red X in front of the jade mask. We can get this later. Let's see if there's any more dangerous objects.
Mick will use a mage hand to knock the trinkets off of the stone shelf.
Okay, when you knock a trinket off, in common, voice seeming to come from everywhere in the chamber says, "Interlopers, you have trespassed on my sacred chapel. For this affront, retribution has already begun. For you are now breathing a toxic gas which will kill you shortly. It is possible your actions were not from malice or greed, but just idle curiosity. Therefore, you will find the cure upon the stone in the middle of the dais, if you can solve the puzzle to reach it by its proper route. Choose your path wisely and act quickly." And I'm going to have you just roll initiative, and we'll go turn by turn. You're not in combat, but let me just clear everything first. There. Okay, now roll initiative or whatever. And then basically all I'm trying to do is figure out who's going first, etc. So don't worry. I'm not killing you yet. Okay, let's see. Pages, did you end up in the initiative order?
I thought I clicked it.
Oh.
I got a 6.
Oh, yeah, can you just roll and then put a 6 on it or whatever. It's fine. Just edit it with a 6.
Perfect.
Alright, so, there are 4 paths to reach the stone in the center of the altar. Oh, and there's other ways, obviously.
Green car, I think you're up first.
Okay, so we see there's 4 paths, and then you said there's other ways.
Yeah. So, you remember there's so basically you've got like a platform there, and there's stairs to go up, and then there's those shelves. On these stairs here.
That was the heads of gods, right?
Heads of many gods. Up here, these are bloodstained stairs. And there's a statue of a warrior there. Over here, these stairs are obscured by shadow. And over here, these are like multicolored stairs that keep changing.
Well, Grinkar is not a godly man or bugbear. He doesn't like the things that are changing, and if it's darkness he can't see through, he doesn't trust that either. But he does like his blood.
All right.
So he will go and then look for any traps that may be there.
There do not appear to be any traps.
Then he will walk up.
Okay, as you reach the top of the stairs, let's see. Roll that beautiful initiative.
Aww.
Oh, a different initiative?
Yep. And I get surprise, turd burglars.
Damn.
You guys are having too easy of a time. I've only wiped a couple of you.
Oh yeah, you're gonna probably kill me in the surprise round. That's fine.
No, I'll be good. I'll be a good boy. I don't intentionally kill characters, but it is fun. Okay, the statue animates. And let's see. Okay. Wow, he's pretty buff here. He has a two-handed longsword, and he swings it twice at you. Kip-pow, kip-pow. Looks like maybe the second one hit.
Yes, sir.
5 points of slashing. And now, I'll just call that his turn. I don't want to be too mean. Mick, your turn.
Okay, so can I see anything like holes in the wall or vents or anything that looks like this? Is it like a poison gas is, or poison air is coming in from?
Let's see.
It'd be like a perception.
Yeah, make a little perception there.
Maybe not.
Yeah, it's hard to say, but you think somehow this room is filled with poisonous gas.
All right. Well, then I will move up here, 5, 10, 15, and I will cast Fairy Fire on the statue, or the 20 feet square, like
Okay,
that area.
I get it. And he has advantage on his save here.
Okay. DC. Yeah, he made it even without. Okay, then I will continue moving up here and in my turn.
All right. Pages, your turn.
Pages will start blasting magic missile.
All right.
3 darts.
Okay.
So that's 12 damage.
All right. Let me just check something here.
Force damage.
It appeared to have no effect.
Ah! Pages curses.
Squawk.
Fuck.
It sounded like this. Give me a sec. It sounded like this. All right.
And Pages will take cover somewhere else.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Okay. So, Grinkar, your turn.
short sword, turn its flame on as a bonus, and attempt to whack at this individual. Oh, boss, he get the killing, boss?
Oh, yes, please.
He tried to give Grinkar the killing.
Give it right back.
I don't think so.
Nay.gov.
End of turn.
Alright.
I will actually try to move. I'll try to move.
Okay, when you move, you can't move that direction because it's
Alright, then I won't move anywhere.
Alright. Okay, so my turn. What do I want to do here? He's gonna do another two-handed attack at you. Two of them. Kapow, kapow, both missing. Mick, your turn.
Mick viciously mocks him.
Okay, he has advantage on the save for that. 14.
Alright,
Fail.
he fails it.
Alright. Takes a little damage. Let me see if he does, actually. Yeah, he does take a little damage.
Woohoo! That ends my turn.
Alright. Pages, your turn.
I will cast Grease.
Alright.
Each creature in a 10-foot square.
Okay.
So he needs to make a dexterity saving throw, presumably at advantage.
I would believe so since it's the effect of a spell. 19.
He passes.
Okay.
And if it ends its turn there, it must dex save again.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Alright. Grinkar, your turn.
Item interaction, pull out the offhand and get with the killing.
Hit. Alright, 14. Plus 9 is a lot. That must be 23. Okay, and that one misses.
End of turn.
Okay. Alright, my turn. And what do I want to do? I want to... I like this grease. It's, I'm like the Tin Man. It's making me quicker. So here it comes. In comes the big bad. Kapow! Kapow! Second one probably hits.
I will uncanny dodge the second one.
So you would only take 2. Alright, and then I will dex save at advantage. Making it.
Pass.
Alright, Mick, your turn.
Alright. Mick is going to cast invisibility on Grinkar,
Okay.
theoretically giving him advantage on his next attack.
Ooh, boss so good to Grinkar.
And, yes, that's my turn.
Okay, Pages.
Pages will cast Ray of Frost.
Okay, that would hit.
Would?
Yes,
Or does?
does.
Okay. 3 cold, and
Alright.
movement speed reduced by 10.
Alright. Grinkar's turn.
Gives it the killing from invisible.
Oh
Bam!
my gosh.
There we go.
Scale of 1 to 2, I'd give that a solid 2. He dies. He dies. You kill off the thing. And now just a
Thanks,
second.
boss. Thanks, boss. Now Grinkar's got to add it up so he feels better about himself.
Alright, let's hear it. Let's hear what the total is, but I know it's high enough.
49.
Oh my god. Okay, so you hear a booming voice. So you have passed the first test. Perhaps you are not the fools you first seemed, but it will take the best tool of your most clever person to breach these crystal walls. Your time is running out. So there's a crystal cylinder in the center there.
Well, with since they're obviously referring to pages, I will step forward over to here. But what is my best tool? I will walk up the steps and wait till the grease runs out. Is there? I manage. I walk up the steps without incident.
Yeah, if the grease is gone.
Green car has tools.
Let's see. I don't have shatter, which is what I might normally do. Are there any arcane markings on this crystal, or any arcane markings on the pillar that I can see through the crystal?
Nope. It is a cylinder that is cold to the touch. There are no visible gaps in it.
All right. I will try just dumping a little bit of magic into it via Shocking Grasp.
Okay, you do that, and nothing happens.
All right. In that case, what about one charge of magic missile?
Nothing happens.
3 bolts.
Oh, from your wand?
Yeah, from my wand.
How are you... describe how you're doing it.
I am casting magic missile from my wand.
Uh-huh.
I am not touching the wand to the crystal.
Okay, nothing happens.
Is there anything abnormal about how the magic affects this crystal? Is it being absorbed, reflected, or just nothing happens?
Just nothing happens.
Hey, Green Car, you have thieves' tools, you said?
Yeah, boss. Green car good at it. He first in class in thief class.
Maybe you should check it out, see if there's, I don't know, something there that could be pried or done with the thieves' tools.
Okay, boss. And Green car will put away his short sword, both of them, and pull out his thieves' tools.
All right.
And, time to make the donuts.
All right, so you get closer to the thing with your thieves' tools, and you notice that a gap appears in the crystal cylinder, and a voice calls out, "So you have reached my altar, but your time is nearly exhausted, and the cure is just beyond your reach. Trust your souls to gods, foolish mortals." It's shielded. So yes, there's a crystal thing there, but now there is some sort of a force wall, and there's a glyph right at the base of this force wall that is covering up the potion that you're attempting to grab.
I see. Do I recognize the purpose of this glyph? Does it look like a glyph of warding?
Do an Arcana check. You're pretty sure that glyph is what is controlling the force wall.
I try sticking a finger into the force wall.
Nothing happens. It just repels it.
I see. Okay. In that case, I will try. Let's see. Anyone else have any other ideas?
Mick will these stairs with all of the gods' faces on them.
Uh-huh.
do they still look the same?
Yeah, nothing has changed there.
I'll take the. I'll go around and come up those steps.
All
Is it-
right.
It's about trusting the gods.
The heads, as soon as you stepped on the stairs, started to babble on them. You feel too weak, and you sit down, and you're essentially stuck there.
I'm so confused. They're all jabbering at me.
And where was the is the crystal barrier still there?
The crystal barrier is there, but there's a gap in the crystal barrier. Now, the
And beyond
glyph,
the gap is the force field.
Yes, and the glyph is not underneath the force field. It's outside of the force field, in between the gap.
Oh, I will try and disarm the glyph then.
How would you do that?
I've by scratching away precise bits of it.
All right, so you do that, and the force field disappears, and the bottle is there.
I look towards Mick with the floating hand.
Yeah, we didn't get any voice from when that one came up, did we?
Nope. That appears to be the potion to cure the poisoned gas.
All right, then yeah, let's mage hand pick it up.
All right, you pick it up, and as you pick it up, let's see. A being appears in the room and flies out and says, "You guys are ingrates. You're buttholes. Dad says you have to get up, butthole." And he's like kind of flittering around the room here.
Nice. Hey, boss, want me to give this guy the killing?
Do I? What is this? Looks like it has wings or something.
Let me see if I got a better.
Grinkar's seen flying snakes before. He eat them. They taste good with barbecue sauce.
Looks like this.
Oh, that's not flying snake.
Oh, some fancy feathers though.
He's like, "All right, you guys got the potion. Come on, fam."
What are we? Who are you?
Says, well, I'm Kukulkan, the feathered serpent. And this is my room of tests, and it appears you've passed them.
So what else is on these shelves here?
There are miscellaneous items on the shelves worth a total of 450 gold pieces.
So, anything unusual catch my
eye? The serpent says, "Well, you guys are the first people ever to do this, so fin to give you some special treasures." And he whips out, let's see. What does he whip out for you? He whips out this.
Whoa.
And he whips out this. And that is the conclusion of the adventure.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah, so I have to total up some stuff.
In the meantime,
Didn't we have another door?
You do, but you have a lot to go, but that's the end of this session.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I usually play like Sundays and stuff. And I should be able to play next Sunday, I would think. Let's see. So I just need to do some totaling to get you your XP and stuff, but for sure. There's that.
Yep. There's also Pact of the Pack Keeper Rod.
Oh yeah, that too. The Rod of the Pack Keeper.
And these other 2 magic items. Grincar, I imagine you want the periaptive wound closure, seeing as how you are on Meat Grinder.
Just checking what it exactly does.
You automatically stabilize in your turn when dying. And also, when you roll hit die to regain hit points, double the number of hit points it restores.
Oh, and this one doesn't have that horrible thing from the I think it was season 1.
What horrible thing? I didn't play season 1.
Oh, it was like the pair. I remember nobody wanted to take the one that everybody kept finding because it was like you stunk of like garbage or something every time you did.
All right, I'm going to conclude our stream. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let's see.